export this back to YouTube. Oh yeah. Oh, Baltimore is filled with segregation. Do not worry. I mean, do worry. Worry because it's really bad. But yeah. Yeah. Don't ask about the charter school situation and private schools. So much. Anyway. Oh, thanks, Uncle. Eladriel groaned, snapping the lid shut and placing the whole box under her dress where it vanished from view. Really? Implying I'll need booze to get through my marriage? Hey now, Hezrilla's mother and her husband loved getting drunk together. And after a generation of a lonely teetotaler, it's high time we had a rowdy witch and new forest guardian. Something to keep in mind. Bernok laughed, nodding forward. But for now, we have an appointment to keep. Then by all means, don't be late on your uncle's account. With that, he vanished into the woods whence he had come, leaving the two to walk through the peaceful Fey woods on their own. When they were certain of being alone, Eladriel produced the bottle, taking a tiny sip before passing it to Bernok. The taste was like honey and huckleberries and turpentine, making his head spin in a pleasant way. That's something. Perhaps we should return to the tradition of the witch and the guardian imbibing. It would add a certain flair to our ceremonies. Eladriel said distantly. After a moment's pause, she glanced at him, whispering, "It seems wrong that our children will be denied this, as your mother was and her grandfather before her." It's all right, love. My forebears have always embraced the role upon them, and I'm certain that our descendants will be the same. Eladriel nodded, falling quiet as the two made their way down the winding forest trails to the forest's edge. The damage wrought by the alchemist mages was already beginning to heal, the ridges collapsing into the valleys, while the lands expanded and contracted as was needed by the Fae who lived therein. And then the two emerged into the bright morning light, finding that they had timed their exit exactly. For the wagon bearing Kreatyr, Hezrilla, and Berthalla was visible, returning from the capital with good news. How do I know it's good news? Because you are already entering full tune with the valley. Eladriel pointed up at Halcyon circling overhead. Or maybe your falcon saw their expressions and conveyed that to you from afar. Either would be delightful, Bernok said, leaning against an old fence post as he waited. Soon the wagon stopped before them, Kreatyr stepping down first and helping Hezrilla from her seat. The two beamed at him, though it was Hezrilla who spoke, saying, "The injunction is now permanent. The magic of Thistledown is hereafter protected from interference." And it was Berthalla's testimony which turned the tide. Glad I could be of help. Berthalla sighed in a creaking voice, sliding down from the wagon. He took out a cloth, wiping the makeup from his face to reveal the same root-like appearance as Morley. The tree woman herself appeared moments later, holding out her arms as she embraced him. My most cherished creation, Morley purred. I appreciate you not doing worse to me, Berthalla said, but would you please let me go now? Even if that means death, I do not wish to live on as a walking tree. Oh, you fool. Bernok laughed, looking over the valley he loved so. Then he beckoned to the former alchemist mage, saying, "Come on, this way. It's time to teach you the ways of true magic." Will that release me from this woeful state? Berthalla asked, wringing his hands together. If you learn enough, the powers may well release you as you would wish to be released, Eladriel replied, exchanging a knowing look with Bernok and with Morley. For they all knew that once he had tasted the true magic in the forest, he would never wish to relinquish that hold, and so all of them walked back into the forest of the Fae, protected by the powers within and without from the meddlesome measurements of small-minded men. Yay, we finished, and at a perfect time for me to not be able to respond to Only Cats' comment. Dear God! Oh my God, that sounds awful. I've never driven a pickup truck, but like in 75-mile-an-hour winds, that that's oh my god. I I guess Texas are probably like Central Time, so it's probably almost 9 o'clock. So I get why it's like an urgent thing to get to the store now, but like oh my god, I kind of want to keep streaming just like anything, so that way we can tell if they come back and survived. Like what? But I'm not sure what I would want to stream, and also it's getting late and I need to like sleep soon. So that's unfortunate. Alright. Well, yeah. Okay, I will copy that because I'm not sure how I would type that. Alright, that sounds cool. Alright, well thank you Orlov and Death's Head for watching. Thank you Only Cats also, and Cass, and Luna Bear. Yeah, this was fun. I will have to do more reading at some point eventually. Not right now though. Right now I need to like, oh god, I need to do laundry.